Well, basically, I wanted to. I'm going to do a presentation at the Black Angel Cafe, and the topic is going to be exposing entertainment's hidden agenda. There's so much that's going on in the entertainment world that we're not aware of, and one of the things that I do is I like to go into it and analyze and observe and see some of the things that's going on so I can present it to the community. Yeah, because when we look at it, the word entertainment actually means to distract, to take one's mind off of something else. So I try to bring out what we're being distracted from. And there's so much to entertainment. People just kind of focus on the singers and the dancers and all of that. But when you go into the world of media and television shows, there's so much that's being done through television, movies, and music. When we look at the word, when we think about television, there's a word for a television show. The word for television show is a program. And what they're doing is they're programming us and encoding certain ideas and belief systems into us that we wouldn't have never accepted before.
So that's kind of like how you're making a distinction between the psychology of entertainment, or are you saying it's all intertwined?
I think it's all intertwined, because there's so much to it. There's so much research that went into television and how it would affect people, how it could how they could use it to change society and change society's views, to indoctrinate people into this system, And that's what I want to try to do, is kind of analyze the system and try to help us better understand the system.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. What was your awakening to this information that allowed you to be able to see it as it is?
I think it was a big part was in my upbringing. I think my parents played a big part in instilling a love of the Creator within me, and I think that has been, I guess, the biggest help to me, because I've always been on a path of learning and trying to understand things and trying to live righteously, because I think that's what we need to kind of bring us out of the predicament we're in. We have to start living righteously and more towards the natural way of things that the Creator has put in place for us.
I can agree with that. Especially understanding how that which seems normal is really not normal anymore.
Right.
And has a lot to plays out a lot in our psyche, and that seems to be where most of it's, the focus and generation of the information is going into the subconscious.
Right.
So, have you been doing this long, or?
I've been doing this now, I would say, I started studying when I was about 13, but really getting into finding out how the system runs, I would say maybe about 10 years now. It's funny because I came across some writing that my uncle had in a book, and it said, when you put the education of your children in the hands of your enemy, your children will become your enemy. And as a school teacher, I see that, because I'm there every day with our children and I see what's going on with them. I thought that was a very powerful statement. But then to take it a little further, when you allow people who don't have love or respect for the Creator to educate your children won't have love and respect for the Creator, and that's what the problem is.
Yeah, thanks for that statement. That's very, very real. So, your upcoming lecture at Black Angel Cafe, I know it's due to be February 8th at
March 8th.
March 8th.
Yeah.
Excuse me, March 8th. God, when too much snow, I'm wiped out. Too much white. Anyway, yeah, March 8th, and the program ends at 4 o'clock. For all of those out there who would be interested in participating, it's here in Philadelphia. And again, at the Black Angel Cafe, and I'll give more information on that toward the end of this piece. So, what do you want to jump in at, brother? What you want to do?
Well, basically, I mean, we can. I would like to show you a quick clip of something a piece that I came across that I think.
Set it up?
Yeah, we'll set the clip up, and
What's the clip about?
it's dealing with what's happening to us as humans. What's happening to us as a people. I think that the clip will speak for itself once we take a look at it.
Okay, all right, we're going to cut to that and see what's happening.
All right. The first clip basically asks humanity, what have we become? Now here we have a man that was hit by a car, but nobody's responding. And it's taken a long time for people to even come to his aid. Now here in comparison, we have animals showing more compassion than human beings.
Another canine comes to the rescue. The second dog grabs the first by the neck with its teeth and carefully drags it to safety, avoiding being hit itself. And the great part about this story is that both of these dogs did survive. The one being pulled doesn't look like the chances of survival are great, but apparently both are okay.
Well, it is. It's made as well. Look at that car driving by. Why didn't somebody stop for the dog to get out of the way? Anyway, good news, they are okay. All right, speaking of okay, you should see the Chris Wallace show.
Argentina's.
What's up? I'm probably edit that clip. The one with the thing, we should edit that one. The clip that we saw with the man being hit by a car is showing how uncaring and how uncompassionate people are becoming. A lot of this is moving away from how our Creator intended us to be as people. There's no way or no reason why a man should be hit by a car, laying there in the street with no response from anybody. So I felt that was an important piece to show. The other piece was showing the comparison how animals treat each other. You saw a dog showing more compassion than humans were showing. So it's something that I think that's very interesting that we have to kind of start to take notice to.
How does that tie into the psychological part of as humans, where we are?
Well, as human beings, I think we're living in a society that teaches us to be selfish and just caring about oneself. Whereas we're losing that sense of community, where people are supposed to come together, where people are supposed to support and help one another. But we're losing that, you know. And I think that one of the reasons that we're losing that is because of the things that we are watching on television. There's that powerful statement where it says, "You are what you eat." You know, and a lot of the things that we're consuming through this television and through the music, you know, it's destroying, you know, this destroying us mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we have to change, you know. You know, it's not a if or when, we have to. We have to change.
So this is what some of the aspects of the presentation will be about, just things like that.
Yeah, well, what I like to do is, in my presentations, I like to show a lot of visuals because a lot of people are very visual, you know. So there's a lot of things that I've found through video and just in the music that I want to, you know, just present. And there's things that will be similar to this, but, you know, we'll really talk about a lot of other things, dealing with education, through technology, try to touch on all different aspects of society.
I know you showed us another clip earlier. Do you want to go to that?
Yeah. Let's check out that clip. All right, you can I guess we can pause it. Now this next clip here shows a man being attacked by a bull. And a lot of times the Creator gives us lessons in nature. Now this guy, he was giving up hope, thinking that he was finished. But then out of nowhere, this dog comes and saves him from the bull attack. So a lot of people think that there's no hope, but the Creator doesn't change the condition of a people until they attempt to change it themselves. So there's still hope for our communities. We just have to start living right. And if you notice, the dog fought with the bull long enough so that the man could get away. But the man within himself had given up. He thought he was done. Now here's another clip where there's many lessons in this clip, but I just want you to take a look at it. So a group of lions going after a water buffalo, and they capture the baby. So as you're watching this, even a crocodile comes and grabs the baby and tries to pull the baby in the water. So both the lion and the crocodile are fighting over the baby. Buffalo came back as a united front.
Is this something you see in nature all the time?
This is something that is rarely seen in nature, or it may happen often, but this was the first time it was caught on video. But this, I see the lesson of kind of what we're going through now. We have a ruling elite that is ruling everybody by fear. But if people come together, you know, a unified front could defeat it or put an end to it. I think there's a lot of lessons in that clip that we can learn from. But we have to start to come together as a people. And once we come together and unify, we can change some of the ills in our communities. One of the problems that I notice is that people are sitting around waiting for a savior, waiting for a Messiah. But people need to realize that the savior is within themselves, because all the Creator asks for is righteous conduct from us all. And once we come to that realization, I think we can improve our community. Not that I know that we can improve our communities.
Do you think that over the years that you've been doing this, do you think people are paying attention?
I think so, but it doesn't really matter in terms of their reaction. It's more so I'm looking at myself, because when I leave this earth, I have to be judged by our Creator for what I do here, how I live my life here. So it's not about them, it's about me and what I do. It's like if you see a homeless person and you give them some money, and they could be tricking you. You know, it's not about their trick. I did what I was supposed to do. I gave to them, so gave in charity to them. You know, and what they did with it after that was on them. They have to answer to the Creator for what they do after that. So,
if there was one thing that you would want to convey most of all through all of the information, because you, believe me, family, you come out to see this brother. Anywhere that you might have an opportunity to see Brother Rashid present, he will bring a wealth of video footage and information to the table for you to feast on. So my question is, with all of this, what is there a specific, something real fine as a message that you would want to articulate to the people?
I think that my main goal is just to get people to research and think, to become more focused on how they're living their lives, and trying to return to the natural way of life that was given to us by our Creator. I think that's the most important thing. I think that we've gotten away from that, and that's why our communities are suffering the way that they are. There's a loss, or there's a serious decline in the morals and values in society, and until we change that, you know, we'll be in some serious trouble. But right now, I think what's happening is, like as I stated before, that we've given the education of our children over to someone that doesn't love and respect the Creator. And you can tell that he doesn't love and respect the Creator by the things that he's doing. The GMOs, and, you know, the chemtrails, and, you know, there's so much going on that we don't realize because we're too entertained, or we're too distracted to really seek out that information.
Well, I appreciate, and we appreciate, having you with us today, particularly since we know that your presentation is a little different than all of the rest of the things that we've seen. Mostly only dealing with entertainment and who's running it, who's behind it, even though I know that'll be a part of your program.
Yeah.
But more so because you're presenting a human aspect of this, which is important, in showing us through the eyes of nature, the importance of what it means to be a human being, if
Right.
I can use that term. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's been good. So, I think this has been good, and we look forward to having you again March 8th at
March.
the Black Angel Cafe here in Philadelphia at 4 p.m. We'll put up all the particulars so that people have it. And any parting words?
Oh, well, in parting, I'd just like to give what they call a shout out to you, Brother Hanif, for serving the community for so many years, just behind the scenes, and just giving us all this information through your DVDs, at allthemdvds.com. So.
Well, good thanks, brother. This is how we do it. Everybody, 1-2 punch. We'll knock it out. So, good thanks, brother. And family out there, until next time, this is All Them DVDs, Brother Hanif, Brother Rashid, in the new home of Apex Studios, in the building process, and look for us to continue to do great things, with the will of the Most High. Good thanks.
All right, peace.